Hello there, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Lay, and I was literally just sitting here because it's March 1st, so it's about to be the end of the first quarter, and I was thinking about how, like in one of my previous videos, I was talking about quarterly goals, right? How one of my trucker friends, we decided this year to make quarterly goals, and all we really did was since it was new and I'm still trying to figure it out, but it was just a good idea given to me by him. I just have just 3 months on each paper with, just a list of things that, I just want to get done during the week, during those months, just to like keep me on track. Like, okay, by January, boom, have all that crossed off. By February, boom, have all that crossed off. And so far, so good. February, I only didn't get one thing done, which is me opening a living trust for my condo or whatever. But other than that, I did everything else I was supposed to do. So I was sitting here like, yo, this is a good video to promote the 2-year plan. Because when I first did it, like I said in my trucking videos, like I had a 3-year plan, but then I realized like, wait, you could really get this done in 2 years. And now like, I really only had my life planned up till I was 30, and then I accomplished everything. Everything was great. I had all the things of my dreams. And now, so I took some time off to like, kind of, because I have an issue with celebrating myself. Like I'm trying to learn how to do that more, and also enjoy the fruits of my labor. Like that's not a thing for me. I just keep going like condo, okay, cool. Now I want a penthouse. Oh, I got this car. Okay, all right, now I want this type of car. Like I just keep going. Like I really don't sit in the like, girl, you did that. Like that was you. You did the thing. Like I just don't acknowledge anything. I just keep going. So now I'm like, okay, I had 3 years of just chilling, and enjoying what I had going on. I had some different side hustles with you. Now I'm like, okay, time to get back on track. Like now, what are you gonna do? Like, what do you want to see come out of your late 30s? What do you want to see in your 40s? Where do you want to be in your 50s? Like now, like start preparing for your 50s. So I'm like, oh shoot, like it's time for another 2-year plan. You know what I mean? So I could just stay on track with what it is that I'm trying to do. So I pulled out my quarterly goals just to see, where I was with those. Because as I do them, actually, last night I got home pretty late from work, and I was like, ooh, it's the last day of February. Like, I saved what I was supposed to save for the month. I've been doing good with content. I created a content schedule. Ooh, let me cross those off. So it was literally like right before I went to bed. I just did it real quick. So I woke up this morning, I was like, oh shoot, it's the first. Like, let me look over this and see where I'm at, track it. Also, with my organization, I found this calendar at Walmart that like I fill in myself, right? So basically I do about the quarters. I'm like, oh, well, it's March 1st. I did January, February, March. Let me do April, May, and June. So that's what I just did for April, May, and June. I just have to fill out, like I like to put quotes or just like reminders or just things to like just keep me like just keep that in the back of your head for this month. I just got to fill out that part. But this is my mental organization, right? So it has my fasting on here. It has how I'm gonna like do my diet throughout the month, because for each quarter, I think I want to lose fairly. I think I want to say about 60, 70 pounds or so, something like that. So every quarter, I want to lose 20 pounds. Like that's what I put like along the sides here. So I was save $1,500, lose 20 pounds. I need to hire an attorney for something else. And then I wanted to like, get into this YouTube content or whatever. And then this one, save the $1,500 minimum, lose 20 pounds. I I need to, I want to self-care, maybe right now I'm start off once a month, but I really want to do something like once a week. Like, and then I also want to read more books. So I have my first 6 months of my quarterly goals done already. So I was kind of just about to finish up, because I started a little bit when I first started this in January, April, May, and June, just because like I didn't want to get too behind. But I need to figure, when I sat down, I'm like, okay, let's finish second quarter, because first quarter is about done. These months are going by pretty fast, so it's going to be over by the time, by the time I look up, so I'm like, okay, let me look at my next quarter goals and, fill that out, figure out what it is I want to see differently there. Let me fill out my next quarter calendar so I can be organized with my therapy, my diet, my fasting, the gym. Actually, I went to the gym today, so let me write that, because I need to keep up with like how many times what's working, what's not working. Like, when did you go to the gym? When did you film content? When did you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to I need to just, you want to create a visual of everything that you have going on, so you can see what's working and what's not working. I'm telling you. But hold on, let me put gym here, because I definitely went to the gym today. And then let me put YouTube here, because why for YouTube? Because I did a video today, and that way I could just kind of keep track of, this is for April. That's the wrong month. It's for the calendar that's in there. This is April 1st. Okay, anyway, so you just want to have a visual. I'm just moving way too fast. So I was thinking about, okay, while I'm doing this and I'm just getting, everything ready for the next quarter, I got some bills and stuff up here that I need to take care of. I just checked the mail, and I was like, oh, this is some good content right here for the 2-year plan, because I'm doing it again. Like, now I'm doing it for another phase of my life, because I've accomplished, home buying, career, savings, car, the car that I wanted, like all those different things, like I've done all that. So now what you want to do? So now where I'm at, just to be transparent, because we all, we go, life is just peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. So just to be transparent, in the midst of me getting all the things that I wanted and, finding my way, I started a few different side hustles, right? Like, I had run a car business. I was Airbnb in my condo because I worked so much. Rent a car. I was doing Uber. I was doing a lot. There was a lot of things going on, and I put it on. I've had a few different, I've tried to have a few different business partners that fell through. I put up a lot of money that we got on the business together. It didn't work out, so I had to, let me not, keep doing anything with that LLC, because I don't want to come back later and now they owe something. You know what I mean? When you first get into business and starting, I'm sure there's a way I could take people off and do this and do that, but I was just I wanted people, I just keep moving. I've learned last year that I'm like a cargo train. I just keep going. I may stop and I may drop some things off and I'm keep going. You know what I mean? I don't stop and really process too many things, and that's not good. I'm definitely trying to work on that. So while I was sitting here, I'm like, okay, for the next 2 years, what I need you to do, because what I just learned is celebrating myself and taking the time to process what I got going on and what I've accomplished is good, but 3 years was way too long, because within that 3 years, I really just relax. You know what I mean? I really relaxed. I'm not gonna hold you. I racked up a lot of debt. When those businesses didn't work, I had good credit because I had just bought a condo. I got all the things. I diverted and was like, okay, well, I'm gonna just put these businesses. I'm gonna put all this stuff under my name. I'm gonna put all these cars in my name. I'm gonna put, I'm gonna have the Airbnb stuff. That's all, like everything was funneling through my social security number. So now I'm in this space, just being completely transparent, where my credit cards are high. Cars, I'm giving 1 back out of 3. But baby, like, they could definitely come get this other one, like, for real. Like, I am done with the rental car business. I didn't have the best experience. I would do it again because I did learn a lot, so I am happy for that part, but it was very, very hard. A lot of things transpired with me running cars and dealing with people using your stuff. Like, it's not the best for me personally. But like I said, I would do it again, but I would go at it differently. I would tackle it differently for sure. But so I'm sitting here like, okay, so within my next 2 years, I need to get out of this space I'm in right now, right? And that's debt. And that's all this debt, because if I want to start a business or get more properties, which I do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna need credit. Credit is king. It's not cash no more. Nobody worry about no cash. You need credit. So therefore, my next 2 years, that's why I'm breaking down my quarterly goals. I'm making sure that I know what's going on. I'm changing my mindset, because the first thing with having a 2-year plan is having a new mindset. You have to change. Like, I had got all my stuff together. I saved up all that money. I fixed my credit. I did all that. And like, I didn't have no plan for what to do after that. Like, I kind of just stopped there. Like, oh, okay. Like I just was working at first. I was just working, and then like I said, I had Airbnb. I was Airbnb my condo. I was renting out the cars, and like, I was just making money. And I was just like, ooh, like, balling. And it's like, no, I learned that that's not how it goes. So that sucked, and that was different, but whatever. So now I gotta change my mindset. Like, if you're gonna be in business and you're gonna be doing stuff, you can't be doing it like that. That's 1. 2, time management, of course. Like, you want to be careful with, that's why the quarterly goals are good, because you want to tackle goals in like good amount of time, if that makes sense. Like, you can't, just how they say, if you give yourself a week to clean your house, it's gonna take you a week to clean it. But if you give yourself a few hours, it'll be done in a few hours. Like, so you have to focus on time management. The next part of the course is celebrating yourself, right? And because sometimes, like, you want to slow down and see your small wins. Like, oh, I did what I said I was gonna do in these quarterly goals. Like, as I'm crossing these things off, I'm like, yo, I did that. Like, I accomplished it. Like, that's awesome. That's great. Like, let me acknowledge that. You know what I mean? Like, let me acknowledge myself that I'm getting things done, that I'm actually being productive. I'm not just being busy, or I'm not just making it seem like I'm doing stuff. Like, I'm really doing things. Next in your 2-year plan should for sure be finances. For sure. Huge. Right? Like I said, I'm trying to undo all the mess I got myself in these last 3 years. So my finances are important. As far as within trucking, I'm about to go to the next level. Like, there's a few different fields you can go into trucking. You could do flatbed, you could do oversized vehicle hauling, or whatever you call it. You could do hazmat. You could do a few different things. So I'm about to do that, you know what I mean, to bring in more income so I can undo all this stuff. So then that's what I'm going to do about my finances. Then the next part is grind mode, which will be me actually going to go do the new thing. The next part in the course is it talks about forward thinking and slash retirement. And that's only because, man, the way things is going, you have to prepare for your 50s, 60s, and 70s. Like, they're saying crazy stuff out here. Like, oh, we trying to get rid of Social Security, it might run out, or this or that. And it's like, then what are you going to have to fall back on? So actually, just this past Friday, what's today? Oh, today's Saturday. Just this past Friday, yesterday, I upped all my investment accounts. Like, every check, I have so much money going into my investment accounts. I upped the money. Like, yeah, put an extra 50, put an extra 25, put an extra, you know what I mean? Like, because you have to be proactive and you have to know, like, you have to have an idea of, you have to set yourself up for success. Like, you can't depend on a pension or your health even at times. Like, you could be as healthy as you want to be. Anything can happen to where you're not able to actually go to work and get money the conventional way. Like, you know, so you have to have other things in place to where if anything happens, you're good. Whether that's disability, make sure that you have disability insurance to where if something happens to you at work, you still got some money that comes in. Like, I have that connected to my life insurance. Like, if I get hurt for real, because since I'm a truck driver, if I get hurt for real, I have disability connected to my life insurance that will pay me so much a month while I'm on disability. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, look, stop playing. For real. Like, the IRA accounts, the, all these, like, you need to be stashing and putting money in different places because you just never know at this point. COVID should have been a wake-up call for all of us, for sure. Like, you have to think of 20, 30 years from now, because honestly, that's how white people are so ahead. That's how they think. They're thinking generations. They're thinking what I want my great grandkids to be doing. That's how they're creating these businesses, and that's how they're structuring these businesses, and that's how seemingly, or not even seemingly, that's how they are so far ahead of us as Black people, because they're thinking about 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now. And that sounds crazy. Like, I ain't thinking that far, but I'm thinking about my 40s and my 50s. I'm 33 right now, so that's a good 20 years from now. I am considering that. Like, my mom and my dad. So I have my mom and my dad still, and my grandmother's still alive on my mom's side. She's like 70 something, and then my dad is still alive on my dad's side. He's like 70 something. So and we don't have health issues. We don't have nothing. So I have longevity, like, in my family. So it's like, okay, it's safe for you to assume that you're gonna be here in your 60s and 70s. Like, that's okay. Like, as long as you keep taking care of yourself, and I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do anything. As long as I keep taking care of myself, I can, you know, it's most likely that I'm gonna be here in my 40s and my 50s. So I should be planning for that. You know what I'm saying? Or if you got kids, you could plan for your kids. Like, maybe you don't know, maybe you can't think that far or whatever, but what about your kids when they turn 21 and 25 and 30 and they out there trying to figure out life? I don't got kids, but like, I do it I have a niece and a nephew that's fairly young. I have a little sister that's about to be 15 this year. Like, there's certain things that I want her to have when she turned 18 and when she turned 21 without even thinking. Like, I want to pass her stuff. Like, she can have this condo when she turned 21. She don't have to go pay rent and go do this and go do that. Like, girl, have this. Like, put this in your name. Like, you could have, you know what I mean? Like, here go some good credit. Like, here go, you know what I mean? Like, that sounds fire. Like, we should really think about that as Black people when it comes to our family and pushing them forward and giving them a head start, because that's all the white people do. They don't be born with silver spoons. That stuff is passed down, passed down, passed down. Somebody got it out the mud at some point. Somebody did. Some grandpa, grandma, somebody got out the mud, and then they just kept it going. Taught. You got to teach whomever you're passing it down to the systems and how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, give them that education so they understand the importance, and they don't just fumble it and then now the legacy just gone. You know what I mean? Like, you got to drill it. You know, teach it, live it, be the actual example of what it is you're passing down and the legacy that you're trying to build. Like, you gotta live that every day. Like, I am an example of the legacy and the life that I'm trying to leave behind. Like, there is no more, I wanna say, actually, my mama and my grandma was on Section 8. Like, my sister not about to be on Section 8. Because I'm not on Section 8. That's out. Like, we not doing that. Nah. And ain't nothing wrong with Section 8, but somebody got to end it. Like, we just can't keep... What we doing? What we doing forever? Like, we just came here to what? Like, be average? Or below average, I don't know, whatever. We just came here to just be regular, like, not me. So with the 2-year plan, you know, you want to give yourself not too much time, but not too little time, because you don't want to stress yourself out. You gotta leave yourself room for error. And as much as I don't like error and L's and all that, like, they're bound to happen. So the 2-year plan, you want to not give yourself too much time to slack off, but you don't want to give yourself, you don't want to restrict your time frame either, because then you're not leaving yourself room for error. Like, then you're kind of stressed and pressured, and you know, you might not get nothing you might not get nothing done. You might just be paralyzed, like, oh dang, like, I don't know what to do, and you might just stop. So 2 years, I think, is a fair enough time for you to make a plan, put some things in place, get going on the journey, possibly have to pivot if you need to, possibly have to stop and say, okay, this ain't working. Let me start over. You know what I mean? Like, it gives you time to actually go through the motions of trial and error, or, you know, failing and getting back up, and just all the things that come with just being on a journey and trying to get somewhere, period. So I think that was good. I'm finished or whatever, and I hope that on your journey and the information from this channel, just because, like, I really love giving from it. I really do. Like, oh my God. It's a gift and a curse, because, man, I be trying to just help people. Like, ooh, look, you could just do this. Like, ooh, you know, and I don't know. It's just, I've had to learn that not everybody be wanting help. Like, girl, move. Like, I don't need that. Like, you know, I got this. I didn't get this age without, you know, not knowing nothing. Like, okay, I didn't say you didn't know nothing, but okay, cool. I'm just trying to, you know, put you in another position or whatever. But, you know, it's not for everybody. But if it is for you, I hope it helps. Questions or, you know, like anything like that, of course, you can leave it in the comments. And thank you for watching my channel. Bye.